in the building. Take a kwaba. Energy, there are energy get well. Osa kunyon won't naso. No, but it feels good. It feels good to have you in the studio. There be a bon come phone to sir, and I'll promise the listeners say one day you give us an appearance, and today you are here. Thank you so much. Cheers. Now the music industry is becoming interesting. More money, more deals, but you guys are the pace setters. We salute you all the time. You guys are the veterans, and we give it to you all the time. When you started the Ghana Niger collaboration, was your first Tony Tetula?
The first ever collaboration major was Tony Tetula.
Okay,
but the truth is, I think my works penetrated. You know, so. I mean, I was going back and forth.
Okay.
I think my first ever show was when I did an album, Shorties, the album before, you know, the one that had Tony Tetula.
Okay.
So, I mean, I remember that I would go to Nigeria and perform film Nakwetinge. And I remember that the first time that I went to Nigeria to perform film Nakwetinge, that was somewhere around 2000 and I think 2003, because that was the Shorties album.
Okay.
Right. So, I mean, and I was built to go and perform. I had just returned from the UK, and then I had a call that, you know, I have to come to Nigeria and perform at Coliseum. And Coliseum used to be the biggest
event hall.
Nightclub in West Africa.
Nightclub.
You know, it takes about 1,000 to 2,000 and 1,500 people.
Wow.
So that's huge, you know, and it was owned by one governor called Olumise, you know, so Ken Olumise. So, you know, we went over and then we had a fantastic show. And as soon as I touched back in Ghana, you know, 2 to 3 weeks later, you know, I was called to go to Koja. Koja was supposed to be All African Games, Africa, and Abuja. That was like in the stadium, you know.
Okay.
The president was there, so I had to do like an opening session. I hadn't done Fefenefe, you know, so I did that. And then right after that, you know, that's when the idea, you know, came through to collaborate and take it to the next level.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So at that time, to you, it was easily done. But now, it feels like getting to Nigeria is becoming a problem.
No, it wasn't easily done. It was hard work and determination. Like,
But the song went there before you even started collaborating.
Because normally the songs were speaking for itself. Yeah.
So what it means that you were doing great songs or good songs.
Right. I would say that.
Doesn't mean we are not doing great songs now. That's why we are struggling to
that cannot be told by me. But I think that Ghana music has always been enjoyed by Africans, you know, the whole in Africa. The only thing is that I feel Ghanaians have refused to follow up promotion or promoting their music in Africa. Because I'll tell you the truth, I think at a point, You May Kiss Your Bride was so huge. And then Miss Bell was like the queen of Africa.
Okay.
I would tell you that Miss Bell perhaps was like this girl, Yemi Tiwa Savage. And I came to Ghana and I had the opportunity to go around, like, because I was working with United Nations. I was an ambassador for World Food Program, WHF, you know, WH, World Food Program.
Okay.
WFP. And myself together with Ramsey Noah, Genevieve. So, I mean, we will go around like Sierra Leone, Uganda, you know, and we're doing shows at the stadiums. And then everywhere I go, when we enter the nightclub, it's like non-stop Ghana music till about, I mean, when they start playing Ghana music, it's like an hour and a half to is Ghana music. So I was like, whoa, Ghanaian songs are huge. And so I'll come to Ghana and sometimes I'll talk to some of the boys, yo, let me be the agent. Because I'm always trying to do business, no? And then let's go and do a show. And they're always thinking, oh, Tic. Maybe I take Okoye. You know, like, they never felt that thing like, oh, I remember I spoke to Miss Bell. I was like, yo, Miss Bell, you are a queen in Liberia, Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone was worse.
Okay.
I'll be 16 years was crazy. And I remember when I came, I called her, I said, Charlie, let's go and make some money. Nigeria, you know, you are a queen. And you are, take your bay, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm like, so
and more to
I think we don't move.
Okay.
Most Ghanaian songs are huge. You'll be surprised. Some songs hit territory, other territories in Africa, but you will never know.
We are just here.
Yeah, if you move, that's when you know. So I mean, so for me, it was about moving. And let me tell you what, Sammy, moving was very expensive. I will make money from the UK because I was signed on major label in the UK. So I will have some pounds and I will come to Ghana, stay in Ghana for a while, do my promo, and boom, I moved to Africa. And I spent a lot. My hotel, my PR, my manager, she was with BMG, Arista Music. That's, proper record label. And we will come and then we will travel across Africa. And then we're paying a lot. Hotel bills, ground transportation, and feeding. When you meet people, our regular, tapes are here and there, press conferences, etc. It was crazy. So I knew that it was very expensive. So what I said to myself was, okay, since I have been able to go through that and I see who is doing well, when I come, I want to associate myself with that person so we can go and grab some money. And they never saw it like that. Like, it was all like, maybe they think, oh, maybe one spin somebody. I don't know how they felt. I don't know. And so that's how come I feel some of us never really took it to the next level.
So you think that when we make that movement, something will happen?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Okay, guys, so this is an advice coming from Tic. And this morning, we're going back into his career and we'll be talking about now. At that time, you were in a TV commercial that is Ash Foam.
that was the first ever, TV commercial for hip life or rap artists in Ghana.
Were you signed as an ambassador, or you only recorded that commercial for them?
I happened to do a song, and I happened to mention, a kabosh for to say Ash Foam, in the rap of Philomena. So Abraham was already an advertiser. He's so smart. So I think he spoke to them and they were like, they heard it, and he spoke to them. They were like, wow, awesome. And then he was like, I can get him to be your brand ambassador. So I was told that we had to do it. So I said, let's go ahead and do it. And so I was signed on it. But Obrafo was my record mate. So Abraham was like, okay, let's just do it together. And that the love was always there. So I was like, no problem, let's hit it. So I remember Obrafo and I went to Kumasi, and Abraham called us that the people need a jingle. So I just went to his room and I knocked on his door. I said, Charlie, we're going to do the commercial.
Okay.
And guess what? I said, let me do the chorus and you do the rap bit. And he said, why? I said, because I want to make it more like commercial. And he said, okay. So I did the chorus and I brought it to him. And then he was like, so I did some part, Ejakono Jamadeben. And then he was like, So I think I said something that was related to a Ejakono Jamadeben. And then he said, why don't you put a Ejakono Jamadeben so that when you respond Ash Foam, it will make sense, And then we could go back and forth with the lyrics, and then we got it and we did it.
I see. So how long did you enjoy this deal?
Look, if I go for a show and I don't perform this commercial, can you imagine?
At that time people were
commercial became a song like Charlie, I'm like, what? And I would feel some way because I wasn't paid to perform it on stage.
Oh, I see.
But I mean, I would always perform it because it became like a hit song. Can you believe it?
Yeah, at that time this thing was big. This thing was big. So, and you guys were also seen on billboards and all that.
That's what I did it for.
Was the money good?
Oh, you see, I never had my money. I never had my money to this.
You didn't get your money from the Ash Foam deal.
Promised. I always promised that I'll get my money. And I never had it.
Even till now?
Oh, no, I never had my money.
And what are you waiting for? Because you have been able to take on Melcom, you won.
No, what I'm saying is because this was an agreement with my label and them. And so I'm sure we all knew that they had paid the label. And the label wanted to do some work for us. Okay. The label wanted to rent us some house and all that. Okay. The house was rented and everything, but I never lived in it. No, bravo. We didn't see any sense in going to live. I was North Canada, I think. And where children with our parents.
A house was rented for you and you did not live in it.
We didn't go and live in. So, eventually, Cyphex moved into it, So maybe what should have happened was that maybe some small reimbursement. But it was all like, I'll ask for the money and they say, it will drop. And once I got my Mobitel, or I could contact all my people, So
you were satisfied. I see. Yeah. But why did you not reach an agreement with Melcom to also continue with brand ambassadorial businesses, but you took them on legally?
I would love to take them on legally because I think even now people play it. Yesterday somebody sent it to my phone. I think it's very hot on Thursdays. It's one of the hottest commercials on Thursdays because they do a lot of throwbacks, and people send it to me a lot. So one day I tagged Ashford, and I was like, can we redo this thing, you know? And they didn't mind me. But I mean, I spoke to Obra for I think 3 months ago. I called him personally. I was like, yo, let's speak to them, you know. Maybe they would like us to do
bring
it
up again.
People still love it.
Yeah,
and
it is still lovely.
So I think there's hope to do it again. That's why I'm not really.
So I was asking that when you saw another firm was interested in your works, was there no sitting to also be an ambassador so that the business could go on?
Which firm?
Malcolm, I'm talking about here.
Malcolm, this deal is dead.
Not this one. You had an issue with Malcolm
because Malcolm was a violation.
Okay,
you know, it was a straight violation. This wasn't a violation.
No, I mean is, did you not sit with them when you knew that they had?
So you want to talk about the Malcolm thing?
Yes.
Oh, I wrote to them. My lawyers wrote to them personally. I gave Sonia a call myself, and she said she was traveling, so I allowed her to travel. And when she got back, I called her a few times. I couldn't get. She reached to her, so maybe she didn't see my calls or whatever. So fine. So I wrote a letter and I was like, this is what I want to do. And so we had some talk, but I mean, it didn't really materialize.
They were slow.
Yes,
I see. Tic is my special guest here. More energy here in the building, and I want us to talk about management. Anytime when I look at Tic, brand Tic, your experience, where you've been to, what you've seen, I ask myself, who can satisfy you with management? Because now the people who are even likely to be your managers, your career started before them. Your career started before them. Right. I always think about it. I don't know how you are managing this.
That is right. But I have a group of young, talented guys who are really ambitious. And I think we form a great unit. I think in recent moments, you've seen a lot of, upspring of the rebranding. Not necessarily rebranding, but the re-emergence. And so I would say they've been fantastic. They've been very supportive, and we have a goal, and we're looking at achieving it. Yeah.
See, so you feel satisfied despite the span of your career, what you've seen?
There is more room for improvement. I mean, right now, all I would need is somebody who can just make my vision come through, because like it's big, and sometimes it takes a lot of people with a lot of big financial spendings. Because I mean, the level that I've gotten to, I mean, there's nothing I can do that is below a par. So, I mean, I'm always thinking about taking it to the next level. And if you have to take it to the next level, obviously, you need to put in a lot of finance. You need to be smart about certain things. And when you come up with tactical, strategic approach to things that you want to do. So I think it's all in all. But hey, we keep doing it. Once it comes through, you feel it.
Now, knowing your brand, I'm not sure someone can now doubt Tic Tac or Tic to ask what he's done. Would you consider a good song or a commercial song, as we put it all the time? We know what you can do. We know what you've done. But still, in putting out a song, would you consider, okay, I want this song, people to see it as a quality song, a good song, or you want that commercial song?
I have been that artist who is strictly commercial. And that is why I think I've been able to go in and out, of the industry, just because I feel that sometimes I have that commercial sense. But notwithstanding that, I would say that anytime I'm dropping a song, I'm looking at what I want to target. Sometimes I think, look, I just want to say something, and that is the only way I could do it. I mean, I can't really commercialize it because it won't go down. I just want to do a song that somebody can just listen to and say, he's talking to us, and so that vibe sometimes cannot be too commercial because people will overlook the importance of the content. And so I would always do a song based on how I want people to consume it, so I'm not always looking at how people want me to come out, but I own my creativity. And over the years, I've been a visionary of my creativity. I think most people go and sleep and not think about me, but I sleep and think about my future. So that is why I'm the artist that when I drop a song, I expect that, okay, when somebody loves Tic, the brand, or loves what I do, they should just support it. It might be a song that straight away may bang, but you'll be surprised. The song will take over because it's been given space. Just because it has a lot of creativity, it's not really, from the word go, it's not really what you expected, okay? And so I feel Ghana should give room for songs from other artists that have a lot of creativity going on. that we can get a worldwide hit song. But if you want,
in fact, I'm asking this question because Tic, I want to ask myself. Tic has done everything. Is he still stressing about a hit song, or now he is just putting out a record? Enjoy.
Right, right. That is very true. I don't really stress about a hit song. I mean, that I have to make it clear. I don't stress about a hit song. That is why many will say certain things to me, and I think they've missed it. You know, because somebody will say, "Take one blow." I blow when I was
I know you were a teenager.
Year 9. I blow where I take trotro, where I blow where I take taxi, where I blow where I take everything. You know, we they do line, then people they shake us in the queue trying to take taxi.
I know.
You know, we blow when we're younger kids. Fun world, I was already a star. Natty Strangers, I was singled out. Everywhere I go, I get singled out. So when people say take one blow, sometimes I think, oh, you know, you don't know what you're saying. Perhaps you just want to throw jab at me, but in terms of blow, I blow already. But hey, business, everything is up and down. You know, that's why there's a chart. That's why there's a graph. That's why business will always not be the same. So when I'm dropping a song, I'm only looking at making sure that it's my standards. And when somebody hear it, get the opportunity to hear, they not go talk say, oh, Charlie, take flop. You understand? They go talk say, oh, Charlie, be nice song, but why you no blue? You understand what I mean? So meaning the basic is that it has to be a good song. It has to be good.
It has to be good. Now the Tic brand.
No.
Are you changing the style? Because this time around you were doing more singing, which is not your usual thing.
Sammy, you know, I used to say this all the time, and I don't know if people will recollect when I go on radio or TV. I always say that, you know, you underestimate me at your own expense. You know, at this moment, I don't think people should really do that. You know, like think that, oh, they can underestimate me, because you never know. I'll whisk you. You know, like at any time, anything can pop up. Like. Tic is unpredictable, and so I just want people to get that, you know, because I deal with creativity. I don't just deal with just style and the music. I deal with creativity, and when you create, it will never sound the same.
So now the new thing is that you are available, because when we knew you from the beginning, it was still coming the who ha ha.
No, but it's still there. You will never pass on a waba when it's then your papa so now with the beba. Brian Antonio, my boyfriend went to what you say when the boss, of course, but say your force. We will need to scrap. Mister will go.
But on this song, Penny Mami, you started doing the singing.
Yeah, I sing all the time. I mean, from Kwani, I've been singing. A man, you never believe in me style. Songs that I have sung, Fefene Fair, you know. Me no na tiki koso dono. Me na, you know. You know.
Do rappers retire? Do rappers say that, okay, now I'm mature, now I'm growing, so let's rap more singing?
Me, I don't mature. I'm always the artist that I know.
Okay.
I just do anything. That's why somebody will say grow up, and I don't feel it. I mean, if you tell me to grow up, it's like you're wasting your time, because for me, I'm always who I am. I enjoy the music. I enjoy the creativity. I don't think there's nothing like... but of course, the brand is maturing. Of course, I'm not the small boy that I used to be. But I'm making sure that the effect is not too much felt, you know, so that people can still relate to who Tic is.
I see. And now, Money Part 2 here, Tic and Kwame Eugene. Tic, on your master sign a contract. So what's the new love in these boys?
So it's just doing another me. It's not really about, say, Kwame Eugene or Kiddy, but it's about the vibe they carry, you know, like Kiddy does songs with everybody. I mean, that he wants to do a song with. So it's not just about Tic. So putting in that contest will be, you know, a bit awkward. But I think that there is more visibility on the songs, because it's one legend who's seen it all and who's also trying to take the music to the next level always. And a new artist who is taking Ghana by storm and working hard. So I think that collaboration is genuinely going to produce something big, unless I want to be lazy, you know. So I think it's hard work, belief, and what I want to do.
I see. Now I saw the video of Kwani Part 2, and I saw the fashion sense in it. That kind of vintage fashion sense. What did you want to achieve with it?
Well, you've said it all. I mean, it's making sure that people can relate with the crossover, you know, and trying to feel it in the song as well. I mean, we have a classic that has been touched. It's not really a remix.
Okay.
I call it a part 2 because it's just sampling some part of it and developing the rap, and continuing the story. So that's why I call it part 2. So yes, I was trying to let people understand that the crossover can work. I mean, the bridge, once you put a bridge, everybody can be crossing and business can be moving to and fro. So if you see, I really made Kwame look like a rock star, pure rock star, because he is a rock star. And I trying to depict it from, when it all started. And when you see when I was in the jacket that had the African slide print, you realize that was like new school, proper new school. And that was that fashion was 2018, and so you could see that I was just trying to play with pictures, bridging the gap and making sure that people understand the movement.
I see. Not recently, Papi Kojo in an interview talked about being depressed.
I was watching it yesterday.
I see.
On TV.
Because some things did not go the way he wanted it to go. You have been in these years over decades, 2, 3, or even more. Do you also feel it as a creative person? Sometimes based on what people say, maybe you are expecting a song to blow, it is not blowing and all that. Do you also feel depression in a way?
The disappointments are always there. I mean, once you take up entertainment, you should know that you should be ready for disappointments, and you should be ready for people telling crap in your face. I mean, I've been told a lot of crap that if I start revealing it here, you'll be like, and what did you do? So I mean, I did nothing, and but it's self-belief. Like, for me, look, I'm the wrong person. I am just the wrong person because it's like I don't know, like you tell me nothing really hurts me. It's just that once it's not right, I want to put you right.
But you walked off a live TV set,
right? Because I wanted to put
days ago.
Right, because I wanted to put them right. You understand? Like, I mean, once
it means you got hurt. It got to you.
Not really hurt, but disrespected. I mean, once you disrespect me, and I feel that I've been there before you came, there should be respect. It's only this country that people don't respect what people have done. Like, for real, if you do something, people should just acknowledge. Kotoka didn't die for anything, Kwame Nkrumah didn't die for anything, and that's why we still celebrate them. But people should start celebrating other people's legacy, so theirs can be celebrated. It's a continuation of life. So that is what I believe in. So anytime I do something and I feel disrespected, I want to tell you in your face, because before I used to, I wanted to use the word, but let me not use it. I used to maybe bitch ass with it, like, I won't tell them. Like, I won't tell them sorry, like, but the Enyeshi, from my experience, have been going on for over 20 years and nobody is changing. You understand? So I learned one thing from one professor who, happened to be part of the water and sanitation project in Ghana, and it was by Coca-Cola. And they brought one professor that they paid so much to go across Africa and educate people on sanitation and water. And guess what? The first classes that I had with him, he said, tell people in their face as it is. So if Obia ko toilet, wa men ko kase why you be egu ha. Because all kase wa ko toilet egu, obe say toilet ne ho asem na where wo ka, and that is direct communication. So when I learned that, I realized that, look, let's be as direct as we can, respectfully, but let's make people know when they do something and it's not right. Let us let them know.
Tell them.
Right.
You started some Meet the Fans kind of tour, I believe.
200 Fans Connect party.
Exactly. Is it ongoing? Or?
Yeah. We just did Carbon like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I think a day before we released Kwani, Stambik Heights.
When is the next stop?
The next stop. We will announce that.
Okay. Let us know about the next stop so we can always be part of it. Okay, guys, come.